Loose lead walking training has a bit of a reputation, and not a good one. It's renowned for being tedious, miserable, endless. So many dog owners absolutely dread it, and it's not surprising because some of the most common advice that pops up again and again is stand still every time they pull. Only walk when the lead is slack. Do it over and over and over again until they learn. No wonder it feels like such a grind. In theory, that advice is perfectly sound. You're teaching them that pulling doesn't work. But in the real world, this is one of the biggest ways I see dog owners accidentally making loose lead walking so much harder than it needs to be. So why does the stop-start method make loose lead walking tedious, miserable, endless? And what could you be doing instead? Let's talk about that. Hi, it's Katie, dog fanatic, coffee addict, and your guide to stress-free dog walks. If your dog pulls on the lead, barks, lunges, ignores your recall, or wants to say hello to everyone and everything, you're in the right place. There are such simple things you can do to make your dog calm down, listen to you, and behave like a superstar. Nothing will boost your confidence quicker so that you can enjoy relaxing walks with a dog you're proud of. Welcome to Stress-Free Dog Walks. Hello everyone, this is the third of 4 episodes in my loose lead walking series leading up to my brand new loose lead walking training event. You should definitely join us, by the way. It's online so you can take part from wherever you live in the world, and it's free. I'm showing you exactly how to handle pulling, lunging and obsessive scent trailing so that you can feel in control again on walks. You'll learn a toolkit of practical techniques you can use immediately out there on your everyday local walks, even if everything else you've tried has fallen completely flat. I'll pop the link in the show notes. I'll be there, my team of trainers and behaviorists will be there. We're all giving you personalized advice for the whole event. And our amazing community of stress-free dog owners will be there as well. Again, the link is in the show notes and I can't wait to see you then. Okay, the stop-start loose lead walking method. The logic goes like this. Your dog pulls on the lead, you stop walking. When the lead is slack, you start walking again. They're supposed to think, oh, okay, pulling doesn't work. The only way we move is if the lead is loose. Do that often enough and eventually they'll just walk nicely. It's such a satisfying idea, isn't it? Imagining a dog who realizes that pulling never gets them anywhere, so they just choose to stick right by your side. This is sound on paper, in a textbook. It's perfectly correct learning theory, negative punishment if you're a dog trainer, but your dog is not an emotionless robot from the pages of a textbook. They are pulling for a reason. If you've got a dog with big feelings who's pulling because they're overstimulated, over-aroused, overwhelmed, those big feelings are shutting down the part of your dog's brain that deals with learning and logic. And so when they're in this heightened state, the logic that we want them to arrive at, which is, oh, I see, when the lead is tight, we stop. When the lead is loose, we go. That logic is not happening because they're not in their learning zone. Despite good intentions, what's actually happening instead is that you're just making them more frustrated, piling more pressure onto an already overloaded system. Add more pressure, more frustration to a dog who's already struggling, and you'll get more frustration behaviors: whining, jumping, lunging, barking, lead biting. So what's actually fueling this? It's dopamine, or rather a dopamine drop. Dopamine is the brain's motivation chemical. It isn't a calm and content chemical, it's the I want that, let's go chemical. It fuels anticipation and desire. It drives an animal to move towards something that they want or need. Now, that something could be greeting another dog, or sniffing an interesting patch of grass, or it could be safety. In every case, dopamine's job is the same. Push the dog towards action. So your dog is pulling towards something, the park, a scent, safety, dopamine flows, dopamine rises, and then you slam the brakes on. Sudden drop in dopamine. Frustration. Frustration happens when all of that drive to achieve something of importance hits a brick wall. The object of desire or need is unobtainable. It's the emotional equivalent of letting someone walk right up to their favorite coffee shop, about to step foot in the door, and then the close sign is flipped around just as they're about to go inside. Frustrating Absolutely, absolutely. And frustration is the last thing you need if your dog is already pulling, lunging, or barking or reacting. Frustration will only make them pull harder. Okay, so that's what's happening internally with your dog. Now let's think about this out there on your actual walk now, because I don't think dog owners actually think this part through. Constant stopping and starting. You will be as frustrated as your dog. You would need the patience of a saint to be 100% consistent with this method. And you'd need to be 100% consistent, because if you sometimes stop when they pull and other times you keep walking, you'll make the pulling stronger. That's a whole episode in itself. The science for that is fascinating as well. But say you do this for the entire walk, every walk. Stop, wait, step forward, stop, wait, step forward. You won't get very far, which is the whole point after all. So then the question becomes, how are you, on top of these training walks, going to provide for your dog's exercise and enrichment needs? If they're not moving very far and they're not sniffing, exploring, they're not fulfilled, happy and healthy. You'll take them home simmering with frustration. And nobody wants a frustrated dog in their home, barking at the window, restless, unable to switch off, gremlin time in the evening. That is not the recipe for a stress-free life. And it's no wonder that so many dog owners, they do the stop-start method when they pull and it feels like it should work, but then months later, they've got the same or maybe even new problems to deal with. By the way, you'll see this flawed stop-start logic pop up in other areas too, so be on your guard. If the crazy overstimulation is happening before you even step foot out the door, it's starting when you pick up your walking shoes, your keys, or you put your coat on, all cues that your dog knows lead to walkies, the popular advice will be, you need to desensitize them. Pick up the lead 10 times a day until it's boring. Open the door and then close it again. Put your coat on, rattle your keys, then sit down. Same problem. Dopamine drop, frustration, more pulling, lunging, cartwheeling. I have a foster dog here with me at the moment, and when she first arrived, she got frustrated very, very easily. If she couldn't access what she wanted, whether it was a scent, a person, a room, the garden, her toy, a treat that fell down the crack in the decking, she'd yip, she'd bark. She has very little executive control over her emotions in that department. Stopping and starting every time she pulled or picking up the lead and putting it down again would have been disastrous for her. Her arousal would have gone through the roof. It should have been a puffing, panting, yipping, barking mess. More window barking, more vigilance in the garden, more pulling and reactivity on walks. Instead, I reduced her frustration by following my calm first method, decompression at home, ugly walk, fast focus techniques, scent and exploration activities. That's it. And her loose lead walking fell into place, I must say, with almost no effort at all. By the third walk, she was mooching on a loose lead, on a long line. And with that taken care of, we could get to work on her dog reactivity, which was the biggest factor in getting her adopted. And by the way, I'm sharing the full strategy I used with my foster dog at my upcoming loose lead walking training event. I'll pop the link in the show notes. It's live, free and online, so everyone's welcome. That includes you. All right, part of the reason these stop-start methods keep getting recommended is that on paper, they're sound. The problem is that they ignore the emotional state of your dog. Emotion drives behavior, so until you address the excitement, the frustration, or the anxiety underneath the pulling, you can stop and start all you like. It'll be a tedious, miserable battle. First step is to reduce the emotional load before you even start walking, then teach loose lead walking in low distracted environments so your dog actually has a chance to succeed when you add the real world distractions back in. The goal shouldn't be a loose lead at any cost. The real prize is a dog who walks nicely because they're calm, without needing to be constantly prompted, reminded, or prevented from enjoying their walk. Their external behavior, walking nicely on a loose lead, is a reflection of their internal state. Calm. So they don't have to try. That's just their life now. They don't even have to try to do it. It's just ingrained. And that starts by avoiding the very traps that so many well-meaning dog owners fall into. Right, that's it for today. I hope to meet you at my free loose lead walking training event. I'll be sharing step-by-step demos of the training techniques you need to walk your dog on a loose lead. They're quick, simple, and you can easily follow at home and out there on your everyday dog walks, even if you're brand new to training. The event is free with a totally the optional upgrade to VIP for extra workshops with me. I'll pop the link in the show notes. It's the second year that we've done this now, and last year was incredible. Dog owners finally getting a loose lead for the first time ever. By the way, if you're tuning in from the future, then I'm sorry that you missed this particular event, but we may have another one coming up, so get in touch. I'll keep your eyes peeled. Again, the link is in the show notes to register your free place, and I can't wait to see you then.